Okay, so your ellipse is a set of all points in a plane such that the sum of the distances from two fixed points, your foci, is constant. So what we're saying is this. Your foci are going to be on your major axes, okay? You can see that you've got two sets of axes, correct? You got one that is horizontal, one's vertical. In this ellipse, we notice that the major axes are horizontal and the minor axes are vertical. Okay, these 2 points here are our foci, and what happens is we get a little bit of a triangle like that. Okay, so what happens is you set these points up, and then you just draw that so that that sum is constant. Okay, that's what we're talking about when we say that it's constant, is that these 2 points are fixed, and we're going to be able to calculate it. In fact, you should have that paper out. Okay, this guy looks like this, and you can see that we're going to have one that's open, well, not open, but it goes vertical and horizontal. Okay, and it just goes over what our foci are. Okay, so we've got those 2 points there. Okay, so this is a foci, this is a foci. All right, this is a major axis. And our definition for the major axes, um, uh, this is going to be a chord that the foci are on. You guys remember what a chord is from geometry? Yep, a little line segment. Okay. And it's going to be within the boundaries of our ellipse. Okay. So then this right here is a minor axis because it's going to be perpendicular to the major axis. And it doesn't have the foci on it, and it's also at the midpoint of the major axes. Okay, now this point right here is still the midpoint of the major axes, correct? But in an enclosed figure like this, it's also called the, take a guess? No guesses. It is called the center. Okay? It is called the center. All right, now, one more thing. If you looked on your paper, there's two more variables that you see in the formula. Okay? A is going to be on the major axes. So that's A, and this is B. Okay? So horizontally, which is what this is rounded out to be, so this is going to be x minus h squared over a squared plus y minus k squared over b squared is equal to 1. Okay? Now, in an ellipse, it is always 1. This is always 1. Okay? And then so all we're doing for something that is vertical, you turn it like that. Now your major axes are going up and down, minors left and right. Your B is still here, there's your A. So it's still the same concept. It's just that your equation, so this was horizontal. So this would be b squared plus y minus k squared a squared equals 1. Always 1. Okay. So what we did, we're going to start with the hardest question. What we did first is we organized all the x's together. We're going to organize the y's together, and then I moved the constant term to the right-hand side. Okay? That's a mistake. Just ignore it. So on the x's, we factored out a 4, and then we completed the square. Same thing with the y's, and then we added their values to this side as well. Okay? So the next step is we're going to combine like terms in here, and we'll combine like terms over here, and then we're going to simplify the x and the y. Okay. So we completed the square, made it look all nice and pretty for us. Combine like terms, we got 100. Now, what did I say that this side always has to be? 1. So I need to divide it by what? Divide by everything by 100. Okay? So then this side over here becomes 1. The orange, my y's, what's 25 divided? So we're going to have y minus 3 squared over 4. And then this is going to be, what's in the denominator? 25. 25. Okay. So that's our equation in vertex form. Okay. Okay. So we went through, we used our paper that everybody should have, this one right here. We discussed why it was going to be horizontal. And the reason why it's horizontal is because this value right here is the biggest. And because it's the biggest, that means it's on the major axes. So that means that it's horizontal. And then we just used the formulas like we did for the circle and the parabola and just completed all the information to get what we needed to do to graph it. Okay? Same thing. They got the point. I just didn't point to it, right? 2 times 2, you're right. So that's going to be 4. Ugh. So Carter was right. He'll take it. So first of all, we know our center is at -2, 3. I'm going to put it right about there. Okay. My vertices are at -7. -7. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then also at 3, 3. Okay. I know that the distance of my minor axes are 4. So that means that it's there and there. And then the hardest thing to do, there's no cheat sheet on this one. That is horrible, but you're not drawing a circle. So there's your ellipse. If it's not